Hello and welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you a stitch, a very easy stitch for a scarf or a blanket. The stitch is reversible, front and back the same, and the sides are quite straight, both sides. So if some of you want to work this stitch into a scarf, a blanket, a hat, whatever you choose to do, it's very easy, and it's a little bit 3D, let's say. This one, it's nice to be worked with a soft yarn, and I think the thinner the yarn is, the nicer the stitch will look. Once you start to go with 4.0, 4.5, for some reason, at least to me, it loses the look, the stitch. So if some of you're interested to do this stitch into a scarf, a blanket, a hat, whatever you choose to do, it's quite fun and easy. The stitch, well, I will say the stitch has 2 rows repeat, but well, in reality, let's say 1 row is just in the beginning, changes in the beginning and the end, but in the middle of the work is the same thing we're doing. Okay, this stitch works with multiples of 6 plus 2 more chains. So I have here multiples of 6, I have 18 chains, and I'm gonna chain 2 more chains. Now let me show you the scarf. The way I started, I worked directly into the chain, so you will have this openings, because we put so many double crochets in one chain that you're gonna have this. So if you don't want that, this holes, because it's so many, there's so many double crochets in one chain, so the chain is gonna get really loose. Then I'm gonna show you now with starting 1 row of single crochet in the beginning. Yeah. So for this scarf, I chained 24 chains, and I use 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. If you are to use 4.0 or 3.5, it's up to you, but the stitch will start to lose the 3D look. Yeah. So for that scarf, I chained 24 chains plus 2 more chains. Okay, so I chain the 2 more chains. We're gonna skip the first chain, and into the second chain from the hook we're gonna do a single crochet, and this row is gonna be single crochet in each chain. So we're gonna move to the next chain, single crochet, and I'm using now 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. So we're gonna do single crochet in each chain. It's very easy, goes really fast, this one, but well, I have to say, working with so many double crochets in one chain, this is gonna take some yarn. So if you want to do a scarf, I will suggest you should have between 200 and let's say 240 grams of yarn. If you want to work directly into the chain and you do not want to put this, what we're doing now, the single crochet row in each chain, then you will do the same. You skip the first chain, and into the second chain you're gonna do a single crochet, and then you work the stitch exactly how I'm gonna start next row. It's the same thing. It's just instead of working doing the single crochet, you're just gonna work into the chain directly. So single crochet in each chain. We're gonna chain 1. You're always gonna chain 1, turn your work, and now into the first stitch we're gonna do a single crochet, yarn over the hook. We're gonna skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the third, in this one we're gonna put 7 double crochets. So 1, go back again into the same stitch, do the second, the third, fourth, 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. So in one stitch we're gonna have 7 double crochets. So if you are to work directly into the chain, then this opening will be bigger. Yeah. So now we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches and into the 3rd stitch, single crochet, only 1 single crochet, and we're gonna repeat like this. We're gonna alternate until we finish this row. Skip the next 2 stitches and into the 3rd we're gonna do 7 double crochets in one stitch. Okay, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this stitch is nice because it's reversible, so you can do so many things with this stitch. And again, we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches and into the 3rd single crochet. So one row, like I said, this stitch has, well, technically 2 rows repeat. So one row we're gonna start with a single crochet and in the 1st stitch, and we're gonna finish with a single crochet in the last stitch. So we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches and into the 3rd we're gonna put in there 7 double crochets. Well, that's why I said this one is gonna take some yarn, but it builds up so fast. You're gonna finish the work faster than any other stitch. Okay, so I did 4, 5, 6, and the 7. Yeah. So it's gonna look like this. And now we're gonna be left with 3 stitches. We're gonna skip the next 2 stitches and into the 3rd, which is the last one, we're gonna do a single crochet. So we started with a single crochet into the 1st stitch. We're gonna finish with a single crochet into the last stitch. Now chain 1, turn your work. You're always gonna chain 1 and turn. Now into the 1st stitch right here we're gonna do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and the 3rd double crochet. So 3 double crochets in that 1st stitch. So how we're gonna finish? We're gonna finish with a 3 double crochets into the last stitch at the end. Yeah, that's why I said, well, technically 2 rows, but it's just the beginning and the end, it changes. So now we're gonna skip the next 3 stitches. We have the shell and we're gonna skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, the one in the middle of the shell, we're gonna do in there a single crochet. Now yarn over the hook, we're gonna skip the next 3 stitches, which is the last half of this 1st shell, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, which is the single crochet from the previous row. We're gonna put in that single crochet 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th plus 2 more, 6 and 7. Yeah? 7 double crochets in that single crochet from the previous row. And because we have so many double crochets in one chain, this is gonna pop up the shell. Yeah, kind of 3D look. So again, now we're gonna skip the 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th we're gonna do a single crochet. We're gonna skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, which is the single crochet in between the shells. Yeah, we're gonna put in there 7 double crochets. So 1, 2, 4, 6, and the 7. Just pay attention because sometimes, you know, this one, the first double crochet right here, is gonna be somewhat hidden because we put so many, and you might miss. Yeah, so make sure that you open a little bit like this and you count 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch single crochet. And at the end here we're gonna skip the 3 single crochet, well, the stitches, half of this shell, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, which is the last stitch, we're gonna put in there 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and the 3rd. So one row you're gonna start with a single crochet in the 1st stitch, and you're gonna finish with a single crochet in the last stitch, and one row you're gonna start with a 3 double crochets into the 1st stitch, and you're gonna finish with a 3 double crochets into the last stitch. So the next row, chain 1, turn your work, and the next row is gonna be single crochet into the 1st stitch. So you're gonna move to the first single crochet right here. So you skip 1, 2, and into the 3rd stitch you're gonna put in there 7 double crochets. So make sure that you put 7 and not 6 and not 8, because when you have to count here you're gonna miss. You're not gonna be enough or too much. So 1, 2, 3 we're gonna skip, and into the 4th single crochet, skip the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, which is the single crochet from the previous row, we're gonna put in there 7 double crochets. So with this one, you're gonna have to pay attention to make sure that you put 7. Skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th single crochet. Skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th 7 double crochets. And this one I think looks nice if you use a variegated yarn. You can use changing colors if you like. Yeah? 5 and 2 more. 7. So now at the end we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches, and into the 3rd, the last one here, single crochet. You're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and now we're gonna start the row in which we start with the 3 double crochets into the 1st stitch. So you go in there, 1, 2, and the 3rd double crochet. So now skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th single crochet, and you continue like this. You skip the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th 7 double crochet. Skip the next 3, single crochet, skip the next 3, 7 double crochets, and so on. And at the end, into the last stitch right here, 3 double crochets. So that's why I said, well, technically 2 rows repeat, but it's just the beginning and the end, it's different, but in the middle of the work is the same. And these puffs, the shells will start to pop up. They're quite easy, and this stitch is so nice to work into a scarf, whatever you want to do. But like I said, so here we have a single crochet row at the bottom, but if you don't want like this with a single crochet, then you just work directly into the chain, but you're gonna have these openings. So let's say with these openings you can attach tassels in these ones, so you can hide somewhat you can put in between here the shell, let's say, you can put tassels, and you will hide somewhat these openings if you don't want to put the single crochet row. Yeah. So with the chain you're gonna do the same. If you are to work into the chain, you skip the first chain from the hook and into the second, you're gonna do a single crochet, you're gonna skip 2 chains, and into the 3rd chain you're gonna put in there 7 double crochet, skip 2 chains, and in the 3rd chain you're gonna do a single crochet, and so on. You're gonna alternate. Yeah, it's quite nice, this one, but I think well, it's my opinion. Some of you might think different. You might like to work this stitch with a thicker yarn, but I like thinner. So for this one I use 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. So the yarn is quite thin. Yeah. So this scarf I did the same with a 3.0 millimeter crochet hook. I keep saying 3.5 because I tried with a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook this stitch, and it starts already to lose the look, this 3D and this shells popping. Yeah. You can try different yarn sizes with this stitch. You can try so many things, items to crochet. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this stitch. Give it a try. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.